Good
I was
morning
enjoying that.
and welcome to Podcast from the Pit. I am Casey.
And I'm Eric.
And with us are two really good friends of ours. So happy to have them back.
Genuine legends.
When I decided, we talked it over and we wanted to start our lists again, start with 1982. We decided we're going to try to get at least two friends an episode so we can get more variety of the figures they like. And I'm going to go ahead and let them introduce themselves. We'll start with
Who? Me?
Yep.
Hi, I'm Aaron, otherwise known as Ronnie Trickshot on Instagram and YouTube, and I'm coming to you all the way from the future. It's Saturday night here in Australia, and so honoured to be on this podcast again, guys. Because Casey, I've been listening to you since you were just a podcast with Matt, oldest fan, unreal.
Yep.
So yeah, you guys feel like rock stars to me. So awesome to be here.
we were really hoping Matt would be on today, so that was the plan anyway. So who knows? Maybe next week.
Yeah.
And also we have Mr.
No worries.
I'm Joe Recondo. I'm coming to you from upstate New York, far upstate New York, nowhere near New York City.
And you look perfectly normal.
I am. We are normal up here. We are. And I'm happy to be invited back on too. This is going to be fun.
You know, I know I say it all the time, but I honestly do mean it. If we've had you on once, you're a friend. So obviously, anytime you guys want to come back on to say, hey, you know, you got anything coming up? And you guys are all welcome. We could fit up to 10 people on here. I've never had 10 people, but I give it a shot. It's less talking I'll have to do.
Actually, I'm going to step out on a limb here. Y'all aren't friends. You're family.
That's right. You guys are great. We had a great time.
Yeah.
You know, with you guys on the show in the past. Joe, we've met in person a couple times, and those have always been just outstanding. So, yeah, that's, honestly, we are shooting for 200 subs, but we do this because we enjoy it so much.
Having fun.
Yep. We always like to start our show off with any kind of, I don't want to use the Joe and Tell because that's our good friends from Audible Interlude. So let's call it what'd you say earlier, Joe? This week's hauls?
Yeah.
Yeah, there we go.
Haul from the week.
All right, who wants to start?
Ronnie, did you do anything this week?
I did, actually. Got a few things. One of the guys who follows me on. All right, this is quite a stack. Sorry, boys. Guys that follows me on YouTube. He sent me a whole stack of comics. So
sweet.
And they're all Joe's. They're all Joe stuff. So
nice, yeah,
sweet.
A lot of these already have, but I've been keeping a lookout for a friend, so I'll probably dish off some of these to him. One of the highlights among them is one of the original G.I. Joe Australia comics.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so that's the second edition of G.I. Joe Australia, and it features Digger and Roadblock. So this is apparently an Australian G.I. Joe called Digger. And they're facing death in the jungles of Brazil. So I can't wait to have a look at that one. I don't think, the first issue features just Digger by himself. So I'll probably have to track that one down at some point. But yeah, got lots of cool covers here, boys. Yeah. That's a good one there.
I love that.
That's
one.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a really thick issue too. It's got a map in it of Cobra Island. What's that? It's an early number 4, Tales of G.I. Joe. Tales of G.I. Joe. That's, I think, number 9, maybe. So I've done pretty well. I got these for a score. This was $20 Australian, which is about $10 US. Scotty Garvin's done me a really good deal. I'm very, very happy with that. This is an iconic cover, this one too. Look at that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I love that cover.
Yeah, so that's what I scored this week. Oh, this is cool too.
Nice.
Yeah. All right.
Oh, that's cool too. Yeah.
Yeah.
I love anything with the October Guard. I don't know what it is.
Oh yeah.
I just think they're cool characters.
What's his name? Gorski?
Yeah.
Is that him? Yeah.
Monster show.
I know a horror show's in the middle.
Horror
there.
show.
Oh, horror show. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. So that's Gorski, I reckon. Gorski and Diana.
So.
Diana.
Yeah, Diana.
Yeah. Yeah, very cool. So that was from Scotty Garvin, who follows me on YouTube, on Instagram. Really good eBay seller as well. You just make him a reasonable offer, and he generally accepts.
Nice. Yeah, that's great.
I've had a good week. Had a very good week.
I'm actually doing my daughter just moved out. So now I have an upstairs. I'm going to make my recording studio so I can get my flag back out down here.
Beautiful.
And so I will move in my Joe comics and my Valiant comics upstairs. So it'll be pretty cool.
Nice.
That will be good.
You make me feel like a little baby because I don't have any children at all yet.
I am old.
Maybe I have to give Mrs. Trickshot a bit of a nudge tonight after this stream.
And just remember, Casey's a good name for boy or girl.
Oh yeah, she said that the other night. Actually, we were watching a stream that you popped up in the comments, and she said, "Oh, podcast from the pit. Is that Casey?" I'm like, yeah, that's Casey. Like, Casey's a girl's name. It's like, no.
Actually, it's both. You just got to spell it right.
Fair. That's fair.
Hey, another good solid name for boy or girl is Hillbilly.
Oh, yeah. Or Eric Harper. Because
we
a
need
couple of them kicking around.
We need more Eric Harpers in the Joe community.
I think there's enough. I reckon.
Yeah, I think there's plenty.
Yeah, I reckon Eric Hillbilly Harper was enough, but let alone two Eric Harpers.
Well, there's one in Australia. We got to get him on the stream with all of us.
That would be funny. Yeah. Actually, let's get a stream with 10 Eric Harpers. That'd be good. Casey said we could do 10 at one time. So
you talking about confusing?
Yeah, I'll just be like, okay, Eric, what's up? How about you, Joe? Besides what you're waiting on,
I know if FedEx comes, I'm out the door and I'll be right back. But I picked up. Well, this was sent to me from Crash, my necromancer.
That's
I
cool.
love that figure.
I missed
I
out
need
on
to get
him
a
on
second
Joe
one. I want a second one so I can open it.
They're coming. They're coming.
Yeah.
And then I know we're mainly 1/18th here, but I do pick and choose classifieds. I got my once a man.
Yeah,
that's cool.
Nice. Yeah,
I pick and choose. I'm just really choosy.
I got the 40th anniversary Transformers LP.
That's awesome.
Cool.
There was only 2,500 of these made,
oh.
and they sold out pretty fast. And I like this on the back because it says album originally recorded in Czech Republic in 1983.
Oh yeah,
In the Czech Republic.
But it's got some cool art in there and stuff, and the vinyl's a different color, like a tie-dye color. So
That's
I don't know
cool.
if I'm gonna open it or not. And then what else was there? There was something else. Oh, I actually picked these up 2 weeks ago, but I got these at a flea market. I just picked up a GoBot, a Crash, and a Scoot.
Nice.
I didn't have them. I know I like the Crash.
mm-hmm.
How did you get Crash in that little box?
I know. It fit right in there. And that's it.
Except for we may get to see something exciting today, right?
Yeah.
Yes,
Ooh.
possibly.
Possibly. Yeah, if FedEx comes on time.
They,
Oh,
they usually do. I tip them very well at Christmas time, so they take care of me.
All right, Eric, you got anything?
Well, it's not with me, but I picked up the new Black Major Abyss figure. I got it from Blue Major 788, and there's whatever. I think he goes by two different names on Instagram. It's Black Major 788, I think, or it might be Blue Major 788. But he's a really cool guy to deal with, and it's a nice figure. Might use it for fodder. I got an idea for it. It would be I like the way the straps are on the chest. And the snake eyes from Resolute has never been done in an O-ring that I know of.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm thinking I might do that.
Nice.
So, yeah.
Speaking of customs, our good buddy Kiwi Campbell has inspired me. Once I get my studio made upstairs, I'm going to work on some custom Night Force O-ring figures after his paint job on that repeater. That was so awesome.
Yeah.
And I'm just thinking, how cool would Recoil look as a Night Force, So that's going to be one of my first ones. But I'll probably be reaching out to you, Campbell, for some little tips and stuff.
Casey, if you don't mind, real quick, my daughter was in the chat. I just want to say hi to her. Good morning, JD.
Yeah.
That's my oldest. I miss
Morning.
her.
Nice.
Yep.
Hello.
Awesome.
She actually gave me this cup, little Mandalorian
Sweet.
cup.
It's nice, yeah.
Well done, JD.
So the only thing I got this week, and I've been getting some. Go back and let me see if I can do this. Been getting some trade paperbacks of my favorite Valiant comics, so I
Nice.
don't have to. Yeah, these are the best reads. And I got this shirt.
That is a cool shirt.
That is.
I got this from my good friend Gary from Chaplin's Assistant Motor Pod. Didn't know it was coming, just showed up along with a toy cable or tow cable for my Wolverine because I never had one.
Beautiful. Surprise package is always good. Always good.
Oh yeah, yeah, it was awesome. So let's say hello to the people in the chat real quick because I don't want to miss anybody. We have Zazel.
Morning.
G'day, Zazel.
GI Jokers.
Oh,
Morning, G.I. Jokers.
my favorite Instagram account.
He's awesome.
Oh, funny stuff.
Of course, we have Jay Dean.
Mm-hmm.
Morning.
We have Larry.
Oh, Larry. Yeah, I was going to say.
Top of the morning, Larry.
Wouldn't be a podcast from the pit without Larry.
What's going on, little Dookie?
Duke, who is obviously Eric's favorite character.
Yeah, yeah.
We have the dude 013. First time watching this, but I believe we've met like 3 times at Kentuckiana Winterfest. Really nice guy. So thank you for being here.
Yeah.
And of course we have Kiwi.
Morning.
One of my favorite people on the planet.
Right?
Kiwi.
Yeah, he's awesome.
Yeah. Genuine guy.
We have Tammy. Hello.
That's my
Good
cousin,
morning.
Tammy. Hi,
There
Tam.
you go.
Joe's
See, Joe, you got
whole family.
you got to come all the time. Our viewers.
Yeah.
Well, I sent it out to a few people. They're always asking me questions and stuff. What do I do on live streams? And I was like, well, check it out.
Hey, no, it's all appreciated. Don't forget to leave a like and a sub.
Yep.
Yeah.
To all of us. Sub to me.
Yes.
Yes. Want a friend in Australia? You can crash here anytime you want.
So with and I know I say it a lot. I've been nitpicking and I'm going back and I say the word "so" way too many times. So
So
our list for today, and I think Ronnie's going to have some 1982 factoids for us. Do you want to do one between or before each pick, or how many?
Maybe I'll just run through them real quick to set the scene.
There we go.
So I had a quick look in this book that my parents bought me for Christmas when I was about 14. This is called Backtrack, Australia's 20th Century. And I checked out the 1982 pages. I made some quick notes. So in 1982 in Australia, Lindy Chamberlain was charged with murder. Do you know who Lindy Chamberlain is?
No.
The dingo's got my baby.
Oh,
I do remember
that.
Yeah. And she got locked up, eventually released because the dingo did take her baby. Princess Grace of Monaco died in a car accident. It's interesting. Michael Jackson's No, I don't know where that was. I didn't read into it that much. Thriller was released. Michael Jackson brought Thriller out, but the number one song in Australia for 1982 was Physical by Olivia Newton-John.
I wonder why.
Do you? In 1982, at a rock concert in Iowa, Ozzy Osbourne thought he saw someone throw a rubber bat onto the stage. He picked it up, bit the head off it. It was actually a real bat. Birth of a Legend. E.T. made it to theaters in 1982. The compact disc was first put on the market, and Pac-Man was Time Magazine's Man of the Year. But most importantly, Ronnie Trickshot was born in Adelaide, South Australia. So that's
dang. I feel old.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. I hope you enjoyed that. I put at least 5 minutes work into that. So, yeah.
As per usual, I am the oldest person in the stream.
I'm number 2. I think I'm number 2.
Yeah.
I don't know.
How old are you, Joe?
I was born in 76.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
75.
Oh.
So 72 here, of course. But the important part of that is prime age for 1982 when G.I. Joe came out.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
It changed my whole play style.
Same.
Star Wars went out the window. Actually, it went traded to other neighborhood kids for G.I. Joes that we couldn't afford. But hey, I know what I like. I got rid of probably 95% of my Star Wars, and I was just left there with G.I. Joe and some He-Man. So I never called it Masters of the Universe as a child. It was always He-Man.
Yeah, just He-Man.
Just He-Man.
Yeah, that's what I called it.
Yeah. This is we got some birth years popping up, and I am still the oldest.
74.
Can't we get somebody from 69 or 70?
I think 73. I don't meet many people that are younger than me.
Well, we got like Hans Chow and Ken both said in our Delta chat that they're not Gen X. They're that young. They're young. I didn't realize how much younger they were than us.
I didn't either.
Okay. So,
well, they both look way younger than me. So
yeah.
I'm Gen Y. I'm not Gen X.
Hans doesn't age.
No.
Oh no, that guy. He's a good-looking rooster, isn't he?
Yeah, I don't want to do a stream with him and Steve the Writing Dad.
Oh, Steve the Writing Dad. Oh my gosh, I don't let Mrs. Trickshot watch those streams anymore.
Oh, okay.
Skinny Jason Momoa.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know,
like,
that
Casey, he's the goofy one.
that might be how we shoot over 200, is have those two on at the same time.
Have like ladies' night show or something.
Yeah.
Come on in.
No shirts allowed.
Yeah, just round up all the G.I. Joe wives and girlfriends. Oh, yeah.
Right. And we will start our list with, because I want to make sure everybody followed the same rules.
Yep.
Yeah.
Your top 3 vehicles / playsets. It could be a mixture.
Mm-hmm.
And top 5 figures, all from 82.
Okay.
We good?
Yep.
And we're doing
All
it
right.
backwards to number 1.
Backwards to forward. Yeah, backwards to 1. And we always start with our vehicles first.
Okay. All right.
And we'll start with Eric and just take it like a clock. Eric, Joe, Ronnie, me.
I think we
like being last.
I think we need to change it up. Start with Casey.
I like being last. I really do.
You're not first, you're last.
Helps me keep track.
All right. Well, we starting with vehicles then?
Yes, we'll do vehicles first.
All right. Well, my number 3 is the Mobat.
Ooh, yeah.
Got it for my brother got it for Christmas in 82. I opened that thing. He opened it up. I was just like gobsmacked. I was like, holy cow, what is this? And Dad put them batteries the size of a baby's arm in it. And kicked it in gear, and I was done. I was like, whoop, this is the greatest thing ever made. And that's my number 3.
Good work.
Nice. Joe, what you got for us?
I don't want to be repetitive, however, but the
It
Mobat
happens.
is my number 3 as well.
Yeah.
I didn't have any D batteries, those baby arm batteries. I
Yeah.
would have threw them in here to show you. This is a complete working one, but yeah, that's my number 3 for 82. I think it's got a lot of play value, and there also is a variant on these too. If you guys didn't know, something to do with the tracks. They're different styles. I don't know which one this is, and one's not worth more than the other.
Right.
But they changed up the treads, the way they the teeth groove into them for traction at some point. And then, of course, that gun's always missing.
Yeah. The one I have doesn't work, but I don't care. It's cool.
It's not hard to take them apart. Bring it to Joe Fest. We'll take it apart together.
Yes, sir. Hey, I got an idea. Joe Fest this coming year. I will try to bring it, and maybe we can sit down and take it apart together.
Yeah.
My wife's looking at me like I'm an idiot.
What we do.
So Kiwi said he's looking to repair a Mobat very soon. So that's awesome.
Yeah.
If
anyone can do it.
anybody's out there who hasn't checked out Kiwi G.I. Joe Customs and Collections, please check them out. They are excellent.
He does some amazing work.
I
What
guess
do you
it's
got
me.
for us, Ronnie? Yep.
Yeah, Ryan.
I'm a bit hamstrung here because I'm not a vehicle guy.
Right.
Yeah, you guys know that. Cars, planes, trains, automobiles, out of everything on the face of the earth, they interest me the least. However, I put together a top 3, and my third one is this guy, the Flak.
Nice.
That's cool.
Yeah. Only because I can see myself having a good time with that when I was a kid. So, and I reckon I could fit one into my collection.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Technically.
it's on the front here too. See, there he is. Sergeant
Yep.
Soldier. I don't know why he's still got the baton, but yeah. He's, but yeah, the Flak. Absolutely, Flak number 3.
That's good. That's a good vehicle.
Nice. Good pick. Good picks all around.
Yeah.
My number 3, I've never owned. It's a glaring spot in my collection. Is the MMS.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I really think I need to find me one of those.
They're pretty inexpensive when you do find them.
Yeah.
The stand in the back is probably the hardest thing sometimes missing. But that was a tough one. I thought about that one too. I like that.
Oh wow.
So
Nice.
did that come with the figure? It came with Hawk.
That came with Hawk, Colonel
Yeah.
Hawk at the time.
Wow.
Yeah, I do have Hawk. I just don't have the MMS.
I have Hawk, just no MMS.
Sweet. That's good.
All right. So we'll start with Eric with number 2.
The Vamp. I got it, and I was like, "Ooh, got it for Christmas in '82," and I was like, "Ooh, this is very, very cool," and it went on a bunch of missions. So
Yeah. The Vamp. Only problem with getting the Vamp now as an adult collector is if you find one decent price, it probably doesn't have the steering wheel.
Yep.
Then if you go to find the steering wheel, it's the same price as the Vamp.
Yep.
True. So
my Vamp doesn't have the steering wheel, but it has everything else,
right, mine too.
and it's an
I'll
'82 Vamp. So
I'll probably just repro it eventually. I mean, I don't sell my stuff. Hardly ever sell anything anyway. So,
yeah,
what about you, Joe? Number 2.
My number 2 is going to be the Ram Cycle. That's a good piece.
Absolutely.
Again, a lot of play value, a lot of world building you can do with this. I never understood though. There's no real handlebars, so I don't know how they drove it. They just stick their hands in there.
yeah.
I actually thought when I first got it, because I didn't have it as a kid, I looked at it, I'm like, oh, it's broken. I'm like, where are the handlebars? But there are no handlebars.
I always seen them slots. It's inside there.
Yeah, that's all it is like some slots in there.
Yeah, and I thought they were supposed to grip it, but I'm like, I'll break my figure if I put them in there.
Especially a straight arm.
If it had handlebars, none of our figures would have thumbs.
Right.
Yeah.
They did us a favor.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Also, that was my first vehicle I ever got in '82.
Really?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Sweet. Boys, I had the Mobat at number 2.
Nice.
Nice.
Yeah, just because it's a classic tank.
It is.
It
yeah.
is.
Yeah, it's just classic. It really sums up what 1982 was about. It was about the green shirt and the Mobat
Pretty much.
is at home.
Yeah.
Those are good pieces.
Right.
They're jokers.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. Yeah.
And not to copy everybody else, but Mobat's my number 2.
Beautiful.
Nice.
I love the Mobat, but now that I got the Mauler,
I know.
Mobat went down. That Mauler is just fantastic.
Yeah.
But the Mobat is really good. And I've got a second one that I've painted that I'm doing a custom for my Delta 17 green shirts. So
You guys are lucky. There'd be 2 Mobats in the whole of Australia, I think, and you've got 2.
Well,
Casey, do you want one of those click and play Abrams tanks I have to do that for a custom?
I've already painted this one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I started one of those. I haven't finished it yet, though. I lost inspiration. I got to look at it again.
I haven't lost any inspiration for it. I'm trying to figure out a way to get smaller logos.
Yep.
Because I want to put the Delta 17 on the tank itself. But once I get that figured out, I'm good to go. Oh, and I got to put it back together again. Taking the parts easy, putting it back together is
That's also a line that Ronnie should get into, is the Delta 17, because he's an O-ring guy.
O-ring.
You'd like him, Ronnie. Seriously.
I definitely would. Yeah, I'd prefer not to pay for freight.
I know. I hear you. You can pick him up at Joe Fest.
yeah.
Oh, great!
You can get them all at Joe Fest.
You're not going to let this go. Hey,
Joe Fest is better with your buddies.
Shipping to Australia is insane. I sent Zazel like a 2-pound package, really small.
Yeah.
It was like $70 to ship that thing.
Oh my goodness!
Wow.
I was like, wow.
Yeah. That's life.
Yep.
Yeah.
Hey, reach out to me after the show. Maybe we can work something out for sure.
The dude.
Yeah, it's a good guy. So we're going to hit our number 1 vehicle / playset for 1982 G.I. Joe.
Well, this was my first vehicle I ever got for G.I. Joe. And it filled a variety of holes for me. I really liked the TV show Street Hawk. So it was my Street Hawk because they didn't have a Street Hawk figure or toy. Snake Eyes was the rider for this Street Hawk. That is the Ram.
Yep.
Ram is classic.
Yeah, I love it. I have one now that's complete. Other than the kickstand's broke, I need to get a new kickstand or a repro kickstand for it.
They're tough.
Yeah. So,
As long as you got the sidecar on there, they stay up.
Well, I have another one that I was in a shop and I seen this one and I was like, and it was, just completely destroyed. The paint was this crap. Somebody had glued the sidecar into it and then snapped the pegs off. But it had the saddlebags. So I was like, okay, I need the saddlebags for the other one to complete the other one. So I went ahead and bought it. It was like $5 or something like that. I got home and I was looking at it. I was like, I want to bring this thing back to life. So I stripped all the decals off of it. I did a flat black paint job on it. I did the detail on the motor. And I had some Gundam pieces that I affixed to the back where the saddlebags went, and painted them up to make them look like drones that would come off. And so,
Nice.
yeah. But yep, that's my number one, the Ram.
So my number one for the vehicles, last place it would have been the Sears Missile Command Center. Unfortunately, I only own a couple pieces of that, and it's cardboard, you know, this and that. So I had to go with this, and it's the Vamp for number one.
Yeah.
I was all about, you know, even though the Mobat can tow, this can tow too. You can tow your stuff around, and that's cool. And now, you know, there's the two variants of this. You guys know all that? The shovel, right? Everybody knows that one. However, there's another one where there's tabs that the Mark II has right here on the roll bars where the roof clips on. That's also a Sears variant.
Oh, nice.
So it's kind of cool. I learned that from HCC 788 watching his stuff. But yeah, the Vamp, play value right there. And yes, the steering wheel's there too.
Lucky.
That's my number one as well.
Yeah, can't go wrong with the Vamp.
No.
I'm just going to go ahead and say it's my number one as well. So,
it's still being sold today by Fun School with MRF all over it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's true.
And indestructible as well. I think, well, the shell of it anyway. It's just a nice, simple toy. Great for kids. Clean lines.
Fun toy,
Love it. Absolutely.
Yeah, I don't have a lot of classified, but I did luck out. I do have a classified Vamp, and I love it.
Yeah.
I missed out on those, but Big Bad had them up yesterday.
Seen that.
And they sold out like that, and I grabbed one.
That's cool.
Yeah, I'm glad you got one because, you know, it's not the Lord scale, but it's, you know, that blown up.
You guys had some guy on last week was talking about 1/12 is the Lord scale. What was he talking about?
I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah. Kids today, they don't know.
I know. I'm still a kid, aren't I?
You are still a kid, Ronnie.
You're just a baby.
So those are, and you know, we should make a drinking game out of every time I say so.
I like the way Eric says so. He says so. And when he says like that, he drops the L. It's always like I can't.
Like that. I can't help it. It's okay. I can't help it.
It's great.
Like I can't help being but like that.
I can't.
I'm saying the L, but it's the accent, I think.
No, I love it. I'll say crikey anytime you want.
Well, you know, I don't speak very good English, but my hillbilly and redneck is on point.
Yeah, Rachel, that would be really cool and probably be the first one of the crossovers I would buy.
Yeah.
I think that would be fantastic.
Yeah.
Let's get into our figures, starting at number 5.
Figure time.
1982. And I will say, I'd like to give props where props are due. I did my list looking at 3D Joe's. 3D Joe's is a terrific source of information.
Yeah.
And it's just easier to have them all right there in front of you.
Yep.
Yes.
3D Joe's is the bomb. So, Casey, do you want to sing their jingle?
No, I am not. Plastic Profiles, Agent Chuckles. I do not sing. Also, another great show, by the way. If anybody's not watching that.
Yeah, just don't let your women watch it because they'll never come back.
Don't let your wife. Yeah.
Because of skinny Jason Momoa.
Yeah. Oh, Steve, he's a lovely bloke, and pretty easy.
He's so funny too.
Yeah.
So funny. Good to talk to.
Yeah.
But the two of them together, that's a great show.
It is. So my list, I have one on here I never had, and another one on here that my brother had, but I now have because I got it here a year or so ago. My number 5 is Stalker.
Stalker at 5.
Never had Stalker. See, I think you all sound like really professional. And then whenever I go back and listen to the replays, I'm like, my gosh, I sound like a hick.
Nah, you're fine.
But it's who you are. It's part of the appeal of Eric Hillbilly Harper.
Oh,
Yeah.
absolutely.
You can't change it.
I could be like, I'm from New York. I'm collecting toys over here. You know?
Yeah.
And most of the world needs subtitles for me, mate.
Same. I can look at my wife in the face and say something to her. She'd be like, what?
My wife looks at me often and says stuff, and I'll be like, what, all the time. But it's got nothing to do with not being able to understand what she's saying. I'm just struggling to listen all the time. It's could be.
I'm a classic mumbler, so I'm used to it.
But no, I never had Stalker as a kid. And I didn't realize how cool he was until I got him here recently. So thank you, Larry.
Yep, Larry definitely brought him to life.
Yeah. Well, 73 Lair Bear sent me Stalker for my birthday.
Lucky.
And, yeah. And I couldn't put him down. I mean, just could not put him down.
Yeah.
He's a great figure.
He is.
I mean, I don't think he belongs down at 5, but okay. I mean, this is our list.
Only reason he's at 5 is I never had him as a child. If I'd have had him as a child, he'd have been higher up.
All right. What you got for us, Joe? Number 5.
Now, my number 5, I think this figure's cool because boys could add female characters into their toy line and be cool, be cool about it. Because I always thought she was cool, but it's Scarlet.
Yeah.
Nice.
And this one's in very, very nice shape. I lucked out on getting her. I can tell right now.
I know she still has a crotch.
Yeah, it has a crotch. She's not discolored. Her weapon's in the thing there. I keep all my figures in these things. And then those silica packets too, you get out of packages.
Yeah.
That helps. That helps with like Storm Shadow staying white.
Really?
And stuff.
Huh.
Interesting.
But yeah, I thought she was a cool figure. She's definitely badass in the cartoon. And
So does she have holes in her feet?
negative. Only figure
Good
ever
deal.
made without holes.
Yeah.
To me, the glaring weakness of that figure.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then you guys seen at Joe Fest, I picked up the Palatoy version.
Larry's on about Skidmark. I didn't bring it up this time. Not my fault.
Larry's a really big Skidmark fan. So
he loves Skidmark.
yeah.
Anyway, my figure. Hello, Yorktown Joe.
Thanks for coming in, Yorktown Joe. We appreciate it.
Yeah. All right. If Dusty lets me get this figure, this is Dusty, everyone. Say hello to Dusty.
Dusty.
Morning,
Famous now, Dusty. When we got the dog, wife was running through names, whole list. When Dusty came up, I went, yeah, for obvious reasons.
Right.
Yeah, so that's Dusty. Number 5 on my list, Cobra Trooper.
Nice.
Because the Joes needed someone to fight.
Yes.
So this obviously is a real cornerstone, I suppose, of the whole line. So, Cobra Trooper, he's my number 5. Pretty cool. That's the 1983. I don't have a straight arm, but you get the idea. Yeah.
I actually prefer the 83s.
I do too.
Yeah.
In some cases, they're harder to find. Like a Snake Eyes, 83 Snake Eyes is more money than a straight arm.
Yeah.
I think kids already had
the straight
them.
arm.
Their parents wasn't going to rebuy that. They weren't going to buy another one.
Yeah.
Right.
I know a guy that's got an 83 Snake Eyes.
I got one.
Well,
Yeah,
he's
82.
83 and 82, so Yeah.
Yep. So, my number 5 is a character I don't think gets enough love. It's Short Fuse.
Yeah.
I think Short Fuse is a great character. I think he was very underused in the comics.
There he is.
But I really liked Short Fuse.
Yeah.
So, yeah. His file card's an awesome read. Hey.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's cool.
Rachel's number 5, Snake Eyes.
Oh.
Fair enough.
But after watching the Toys That Made Us, I mean, isn't that where they talked about how they had to save money?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and honestly, that makes a lot of sense. And I mean, they made a classic figure that I would say 95% of the people who love G.I. Joe, probably Snake Eyes is probably their favorite.
Yeah.
Probably the figure that has the most versions of it too.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Be a toss up between him and Cobra Commander.
I think Snake Eyes still got him beat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Figure wise. I mean, just classified alone, was there like 20?
Yeah. One every set.
Number 4.
Number 4. Clutch.
Clutch. All right.
Yeah.
Ronnie
Love
with
it.
the visual aids. That's awesome.
Yeah. Thank you, Ronnie.
No worries. They're just behind me.
Yeah.
Mine are all the way up there.
Mine are all the way in a different place. I'm not home today, so I'm on the road.
Yeah, what's the point of having them if you can't play with them? So,
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I discovered I need to play with my toys more.
Oh, absolutely. Take some photos.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
There's
Motor
too
oil
many-
is good.
Too many people take good photos, Ronnie. Thank you.
You
Sorry.
sent me some good photos last night.
Oh,
Because I had them with my Doctor Who stuff.
Oh.
okay. I was going to say, were they G-rated?
Of course.
Don't need that.
Well,
Nobody needs this image. All right.
Motor oil in the beard.
yeah,
Yep.
that's cool.
Yeah, I wasn't the biggest fan of the updated for the classified with the rockabilly tattoos and all that. To me, I think it just went. I mean, it wasn't horrible, but it wasn't the Clutch I grew up with.
Yeah.
What you got for number 4, Joe?
Well, I'm cheating, but Ronnie already did it, so it's okay because I don't have the straight arm version. But it's the Trooper,
Yeah.
Nice.
and I prefer the swivel arm better. I don't know. I always feel like I'm going to break the straight arms that I own.
Yeah. I have a few straight arms, and I'm scared to move their arms.
Yeah, especially in the shoulder.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You do this with them. It's like, oh,
Yeah.
So,
Or
Rachel's
even
number
just
4 is Flash.
yes.
Yes.
And when Ron Rudat designed this figure, he put the mask on him because he didn't want like a name or a race with a bad guy that was going to get shot.
Yep.
So I thought that was a good idea.
Yeah.
I mean, plus, it's I'm not sure if it was them or the Stormtroopers was the early Army build
Yep.
characters. It'd be a toss up, I think.
My number 4. This guy.
Nice.
Nice.
I'm cheating. This is the HasLab version. I'm not lucky enough to have the original 1982 or 1983 yet.
You
One
will
day,
find them at Joe Fest, Ronnie. You will find them at Joe
Yes.
Fest.
I'm not going to let
All
up.
over the place.
Yep.
It's usually like buy
Okay.
one, get one free, that kind of thing.
Yeah. Just bring an empty suitcase because you're going to need it.
And
Or
you need to bring at least 3 of the Tiger Force Outbacks.
Oh, yeah.
yeah, I'll see if I can rustle some up. Every time I look at this guy, I just hear Chris Larder's voice in my head.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like that when I'm reading the new comics, and when I'm reading the new Transformers comics, I hear them every time Starscream says something. And I just think that's powerful. You know, I think we had the best childhoods. I mean, they don't make cartoons for kids.
No,
like what we had.
No.
I mean, Joe's got the cartoon on in the background because we feel like we're a Saturday morning cartoon now.
Yeah.
And it's fun. And we'll do it as long as people want to watch it.
Yep. I was watching a show this week that was from my childhood, Inhumanoids.
Yep.
And Chris Latta does a voice of one of the monsters on there. So that brought I'd forgot about that until I heard the monster like screech or something. I was like, Cobra Commander, my commander.
Now, since you said Inhumanoids, have you guys ever heard the song from Word Burglar about Inhumanoids?
No.
Oh man, it's good.
Okay.
I think it's on his album Spinner Rack, but I'll have to double check that.
Okay.
Word Burglar, he's awesome. We've had him on the show before.
Yeah. Yep.
So nice.
Yeah.
Gracious with his
chill.
time.
He was so chill. I remember, he's so laid back
and knows his stuff. He just ain't making this stuff to try to impress people. He knows his Joes. He knows his Transformers.
He's got a love for it.
Comic books. He's a fan first and just has that ability to make amazing songs out of it. And the whole time I'm like, I've been a nerd my whole life. I could have been doing that, but no, I can't because I'm a mumbler.
Hey, mumble rap is a big thing now.
It is.
Well,
Australian breakdancing is too.
Yeah, seen that.
I caught those highlights.
I can do that.
Number 4, Casey, quick.
My number 4 was Rock and Roll.
Oh,
nice.
Yeah.
Rock and Roll was a fun character. I love the big M60 he came out with. That was the big gun back then. You know, Grant had the M16. Yes, very cool. But I lost the bipod.
Yeah, I don't know one.
Yeah.
He's a dude.
Yeah, he's a great character. I even liked version 2. A lot of people think version 2 is goofy. I liked it.
With the big mini guns.
Yeah.
Oh no, I actually own one of them too. That's one of the few and the later ones that I do have, and I do like him.
Yeah. A lot of people think it's goofy, but I like it.
It's almost like very Predator-ish. Jesse Ventura with the big, Gatling gun.
The rifle pegs on the legs as well. I reckon that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I wanted to stop talking about that. I shouldn't have talked about that.
Don't put Lady J down.
That didn't work out well for you, Ronnie.
Yeah. Catch the G.I. Joe Olympics if you want to know more. Yeah, that was good fun. Yeah.
That's kind of like that episode of Deke where they're playing football with the tanks.
Yep.
I was telling Joe the other day, we were talking, and what makes these episodes fun for me is these are good years, 82, 83, up to like 89. Those are prime years. After that, you really got to dig deep to find 5 figures that you think are fantastic out of it. And those are fun to do. So I am looking forward to continuing these shows and going back and listening to like our original 1982 one from like 4 years ago to see how much has changed, because I believe tastes change over time.
Yep.
More time with the figure, doing stuff with. I really, G.I. Joe's great fun.
Yep.
All right, Rachel's starting us off with number 3 here. Steeler. Steeler is a good figure. I got him at my first Joe Fest. Ronnie, my first one.
He's a great figure.
That's been great, boys. Thanks for having me.
He's extremely hard to find in this area where I'm at
Yeah.
because of Pittsburgh.
Oh,
And
yeah.
that's why my brother got the Mobat whenever we was a kids, because he's a huge Steelers fan.
Mhm.
And mom and dad seen that Steeler was from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, and they was like, oh, he'll like this. And that he got that, and he's like, oh my gosh, he's a Steeler. I'm like, you're an idiot. Give me the tank. But and he beat me up. But
I'm still waiting for my cheesehead figure. No, I'm kidding.
Green Bay.
Yeah.
So what's your number 3, Eric?
My number 3 is Short Fuse.
It's a solid figure.
I remember my brother getting him, and I was just so jealous of him because he had that mortar launcher, and I was like, he can rain death from above.
And I trying to remember stuff off of his file card. Didn't it say he can just eyeball it where he drops it, or was that?
He can do
downtown?
the math in his head.
Oh, that's right. He was the math in the head, and downtown can just eyeball it and go, "Yep."
Took me a minute to figure out what he was doing there.
Just being a little kid.
Nothing wrong with that.
Yep.
I have a
adult.
Joe sitting on the table across from me.
Let's say I adult all week at work. This is my day to be a kid. As I play with my 3-0 bloodshot. I've hardly been able to put this thing down since I got it.
Is that a sucking chest wound he's got there?
Nope.
No.
It's just his little red dot that sometimes blood comes out.
Joe?
What you got for us, Joe?
Number 3 would be the Cobra Officer.
Nice.
Beautiful.
Yeah, I like the Cobra Officer a lot.
It's the blue shirts. I mean, I'm a Cobra guy at heart. I really am.
Me too.
I always believed that Cobra had superior firepower, and I don't know why they couldn't win.
Yeah.
A10s and SR-171 Blackbirds. Come on.
Well, if you go by the Sumbo logic, it's because Cobra Commander is an idiot.
True.
Yeah.
But if you go by the comic logic, I don't understand why, because Cobra Commander was vicious.
Yes. In the comics, he should have always been vicious. Don't portray him as an idiot.
They didn't. He was.
That aggravated me so much.
He's also
Sumbo.
Isn't he a used car salesman in the comics too?
Yeah.
Never trust those people.
He's a pyramid schemer.
Mm-hmm.
He did that too. Yeah. Yeah, and cleaning products, stuff like that,
I think so.
just to build his army.
Yep.
Genius.
Very cool.
What you got, Ronnie?
Stalker.
Nice.
This is my Transformers version, the one that came with the Ore Striker, Bumblebee, Jobby. I've debated whether to open it or not. I don't think I'm going to be dining out on a 2024 Stalker anytime soon, so I might have to crack it open. But yeah, I'm hoping I'll find a loose one soon, so I won't have to open that. But
I opened mine.
Cool. Yeah, all right.
Yeah.
Maybe I should. I just can't bring myself to do it.
You can do it.
You can do it, Ronnie.
Should I do it now?
Do it on one of your streams.
Should I do it
One
now?
of your.
Nah, do it now. I'll do it now. Yeah. I'm being very careful. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
I like to open them like when I was a kid.
I didn't do Della 17 like that. I wanted to keep him cards.
Yeah, because I needed that information on the bag.
Okay.
It's that.
The bubble's off. Oh, here we go.
Wow.
He's actually. How do you get him out? How does that work?
I think it's like a double bubble. He's got a cover over the bubble.
A double bubble.
Double bubble.
Yeah. There we go. Oh man, that's cool. Why didn't I open him before now?
Well,
You
I
saving it for a
like him
special?
because you can slot him in and take your old stalker and keep it more pristine. So you don't have to worry about the thumbs on these guys.
Yeah.
Is he pretty hard wearing? I'm scared of breaking him out of his bubble.
They're pretty solid figures.
Well, there he is. He's free. Fly, be free, young man.
Awesome.
Yeah, I like that figure a lot.
What sort of weapon is this, Eric?
It's a Squirrel Killer 3000.
I'm amazed Larry hasn't brought up the squirrel gravy yet either. Where are you, Larry?
Somebody else did.
We should make a custom podcast from the pit T-shirt for Eric. You know, something like squirrel gravy for breakfast, or I don't know. It's his picture.
Oh man, that's very cool. Thank you for encouraging me to do that. Look at him.
You're welcome.
Yeah, I like those.
That is awesome.
I wish they would have kept making the O-rings.
Yeah.
I'm excited to see where Super 7 goes with them, honestly. Can you get
Yeah.
Super 7 in Australia?
Yes, in some toy stores. Yep. And one of those toy stores is just opening around the corner from me in September. So I'm pretty excited about that.
Awesome.
Yeah, that should be good. Yeah.
When's their O-ring supposed to hit?
Oh, they're
That
still
I'm
in
not sure of.
for a while, probably. Did you guys get a good look at them at Joe Fest?
Yeah.
The prototypes?
Yeah.
I want that Tomax and Zamot. I reckon that's
Yeah.
Yeah, that's gonna be really cool.
And I know the Snake Eyes will be good too.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah.
They looked amazing. So
Well, on my number 3 is, and for some reason I was thinking it came out in '83 until me and Eric was talking on the way home the other day. We talk on the phone sometimes. The Mail Away Cobra Commander.
Yep.
From '82.
Yeah.
So I believe it's the one I have too, because I went and looked at it. It is a straight arm, so that or an arm's broke.
Sweet.
I hope not. Oh, nice.
Oh,
Rachel saying October.
thank you.
Everything.
Thank you, Queen Rachel.
So that would be my number 3.
Sweet.
So this is going to be a controversial one for my number 2.
Oh boy.
I'm doing my list in order that I got them as a kid. So
go on, say it.
Hood Cobra Commander would be awesome. I do have him. Snake Eyes.
At number 2.
Yes.
I figured he'd be 1. I was wrong.
I know it. But like I said, I'm doing it in order that I got him.
Oh, then I know what your number 1 is.
Yeah. So, but Snake Eyes is the only Joe I have from my childhood right now.
I have none of my childhood Joes. I lost them.
But the one I have is a mixed waist down is version 1 and upper torso is version 1.5.
I mean, if you're going to mix them, that's the way to do it, so you get the better arm movements.
Yeah. Well, and then somebody offered me the 1.5 waist to convert it into a full 1.5. But I kind of like to keep it the way I had it as a child.
Yeah, I mean, it's a good memory.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I mean, honestly, that's the reason I buy half the toys I buy is just for memories.
Yeah. Well, anymore, half the ones I have or I buy, I didn't have them as a kid.
Right.
So, but that is my number 2.
Yeah, we got Rachel's number 2. It is Cobra Officer. That is a good one. My grandmother buying it for me.
Frost.
I never heard of Frost Brothers Department
Me neither.
Store. Is that a
If you haven't heard
chain
of it,
or?
I definitely haven't heard of it.
Yeah. So what's your number 2, Joe?
Same thing. Snake Eyes. He's not my all-time favorite, but the lore behind him, the mystery,
Yeah.
You know, he's a really cool figure. If you looked at him, like, oh, he's all black, and I liked his accessories.
Mm-hmm.
I need to get the bomb pack or
Yeah.
whatever.
That.
Yeah, I need to get that for him.
Yeah.
Joe Fest. You'll find that at Joe Fest, Eric.
Yeah. I never thought to look for it at Joe Fest.
I know. I bring a list of stuff every year. Like, I need a missile for this or a bomb, you know, something easy. And it goes right out the water, and I'm out I'm staring at the walls and stuff.
Yeah.
Or talking to everybody. It's so fun.
Yeah.
Well, you know, he has an entourage around him.
Yeah, it's true. It's hard to get to Joe.
I know it. I mean,
Security
he
and
has
everything.
his own
remember,
Secret Service.
I just walked into Joe Fest with no badges, no nothing.
Yeah.
Battery Bob and I both did that.
Yeah.
It was like, that's Joe and Bob. It's cool. Let them in.
Yeah. But it's wild watching him because he has snipers up in like hidden areas to make sure he's safe, and appreciate you, Joe. Please don't get mad at me for picking on you.
Never mad at you. And picking's part of life.
Whenever I first met you, I was like, this guy has got something about him. Because I thought you was like a big time dealer. And you are a big time dealer. But
like Pablo Escobar dealer, or
the wife says anywhere we go to a function, like we're going to our football draft this afternoon.
yeah.
I'm a social butterfly.
Yeah.
And it's like, and it is what it is. I like
But,
people.
you know, I've said it before, and I will always say it, Joe. You have the ability to make people like me, who are not as outgoing, feel welcome.
Yeah.
And to where I can talk more. You know what I mean? It's like it's kind of hard to explain. You just have that ability to
That's
make
why you and I
everybody feel like a
connected though
friend.
too. That's why you and I connected after the story you told about high school life and stuff. You know, I went through that stuff too, and it sucks to grow up like that with people.
Yeah.
People are mean sometimes,
Yeah.
and there's no need for it. And now the nerds rule. We rule.
Yep.
Yep.
Who you got it too, Ronnie?
Scarlet.
Scarlet.
Nice.
Yeah, absolutely. I don't know why.
It's her little slingshot in the back pocket. I love that.
Yeah, on the booty. Yeah. Yeah, no, I love her. This has actually got some sentimental value to me as well because
J. Dean, you're blessed.
Yes.
yeah,
Definitely.
100. Yeah, absolutely, Jane. My boss bought this for me when he went to America. So I've known my boss for about 12, 13 years. I gave him before he went to America, he said, give me a list of the G.I. Joes that you want. And I picked about 8 of the hardest ones. I thought I just thought, look, I don't want him spoiling his holiday for my sake. So I'll give him the ones that I think will be impossible to find. Lo and behold, he comes back with Scarlet. So, yeah, so it's special to me for a couple of reasons. But yeah, that's my number 2.
Does your boss need another employee? I can distance work.
Yeah.
That's a pretty good commute. But
Do it remote.
my number 2 is Stalker. I just, from the first time I got him, he was one of my favorite. He was probably my favorite character, and up until '83 when I got Airborne. Then he became number 2.
Nice. Have you guys seen my Stalker? He looks like he's just come fresh out of the packet.
He looks, you know,
That is tighter
minty
than
fresh.
bark on a tree.
How good's that?
but I love
I'm taking him to bed with me. Yeah.
how they did him in the comics. I felt like they used him a lot and they used him well.
Yeah.
And that's where I got most of my Joe knowledge was from comics. So yeah, I love soccer.
Yep.
Now the big round, the round of number 1.
This is where it all goes down.
dun.
Make me proud, Eric.
Make you proud. This is my first ever Joe. And there's a reason I bought him. I'll explain that whenever I drop the name. Breaker.
That makes me laugh. The guy that's always telling me about how many guns he's got.
Well, there's a reason why I got Breaker first.
Yeah.
Is because I knew my track record with weapons from Star Wars. The carpet monster would just gobble them up. Gone. Yeah. So I got Breaker because I wasn't for sure about the figure line. My brother had a Joe before I was old enough to remember it. He had an Adventure Team figure. And I was like, I seen the Joes, they had them all on Hex Department Store on the peg. At Hex Department Store on the peg. I was like, what is this? I was like, military. And I liked the few military movies I'd seen in '82. I was just a little feller and listened to my uncles talk about their adventures in the World War II and whatnot. And I'm like, this guy don't have weapons. He's all self-contained. I want to get him, see how I like it. I got him and I loved it. And then like a couple weeks later, or a couple days later even, we went back to Hex. I was like, Mom, can I get another Joe? And she's like, yeah, just shut up and leave me alone. Basically. No. And so I went and they had Snake Eyes. And I was reading his card and I was like, this guy's a bad mamma jamma. So I grabbed him and I was walking through Hex and another kid seen me carrying him because Mom's like, put him in the cart. I was like, over my dead body. I'm not releasing this figure out of my hands. And the kids were like, what's that? What is that? I was like, it's G.I. Joe. It's in Toy Owl. Away with you, peasant child. But that is my number one, Breaker.
Beautiful.
Awesome.
Master Joe.
I might hear FedEx out there.
We'll come back to you.
He can give us his number one real
quick. No, I got number one right here. He's been here the whole time, guys. He's been watching you.
Uh-oh.
My 82 Mickey Mouse Cobra Commander.
Nice.
Retreat.
It's I wanted it because of the hype and stuff, you know. I always noticed in what, you know, the brochures you get and stuff.
Yeah.
He always looked funny in the picture. I'm like, what is up with his chest emblem? And it was this version that they took the picture of. And then as we get older, we learned all the lore and stuff, and it's pretty neat.
Yeah.
And Cobra Commander is my all-time Joe. He's the bad guy. I like the bad guy. And
he just happens to be on the screen behind you right now as well.
Yep.
Yeah.
How good's that? How good's that?
And did you guys see recently in some eBay auctions that some troopers have been showing up with this emblem on them, and they seem legit? Like it's a weird release.
Yeah.
So, but yep, he's my all-time favorite.
Yeah, I gotta stay away from eBay. I just ordered 4 graded comics. I should not have done that.
Well, so much internet, not enough money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, it's my turn.
Great picks, though, by the way.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Oh,
that's my one.
Here you go, Joe.
Whoa, what's that?
Rachel said those are Black Major figures.
Oh, okay. Because the one guy thought he really got a gem or something, and
yeah, I've seen them pop up, but I didn't know these Black Majors.
Who you got, Ronnie?
Yeah, my number one is Snake Eyes. So if G.I. Joe was a circus big top, the first pole that get put up in the middle is this guy. He has carried the line for 40 years. So, he's the one they just keep going back to when they want to push out some more toys. He is the icon. So that's my
he really is. I know they originally went with Grunt for their, standard, but they should have just started with Snake Eyes. Imagine how big it would have been then.
And he was a mistake. Really, he was a It was a cost-cutting exercise.
Yeah, I think it saved them money and gained them a lot of money because they've been selling snake eyes steadily ever since.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So my number one is Cobra Officer. I think I lean Cobra. I always have since I was a kid. And the Cobra Officer, I love the silver, and I love the AK-47.
Yeah.
So that's a gun, Ronnie.
Yeah, yeah. Maybe if I do come to Joe Fest, I might hold a gun. That'd be a first for me as well.
Everybody was packing heat there.
Yep.
I'll just ask, have you got a gun? Can I hold it?
Make sure.
Yeah. So I'll hold a gun for the first, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth, ninth time if I wanted to as well. Never held a gun.
Nothing wrong with that.
No.
Yeah. I don't think there's any gunshots anywhere over here.
Not even toy gun?
No, I wouldn't know where to buy it. Yeah, you can buy toy guns, cat guns, and so on. I wouldn't know where to buy a gun though. Interesting. Anyway, but that's a conversation for another day.
I don't even think you can get cap guns here now.
No, I've got 3 gun shops within 5 minutes from me, but I cannot find a cap gun anywhere.
Yeah.
I'll bring some with me to Joe Fest if I do show up.
Joe Fest.
When you do show up.
Yeah.
Not trying to pressure you.
Yep.
It would be awesome to have you there.
Yeah.
You would love it, and it'd be great to hang out with you.
Yep.
Yeah. So I better not nudge Mrs. Trickshot tonight because if a little trick shot comes along, that's definitely not happening.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Well, that would
Major
be
life
one
decisions.
reason.
Major
One reason why not
to
to come.
yeah, absolutely. Major life decisions. I opened a G.I. Joe tonight, and I am deciding whether or not to procreate.
Both are important decisions, and you brought life into the world already by opening up your toy.
Yeah.
I birthed him. I freed him from his plastic prison.
From his plastic carbonite.
Yeah, from his double bubble.
There you go.
Yeah.
Now, Campbell, that would be awesome as well.
Yeah.
I might start pressuring you too because it would be great to hang out with you as well.
Absolutely.
Also, we have to have you back on the show soon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you put buying toys aside at Joe Fest, the travel expenses are the most. That's what I incurred. It was 6 tanks of fuel in my pickup truck to drive down there and back home.
Yeah.
Well, I thought you had a
nice.
tanker that was in your convoy.
I got airdropped. Okay, I'm lying.
Oh, wow.
Yep, my daughter's going with me this year if she can find a dog sitter because she has many dogs.
Well, I hope you do because it is a fun experience and
It is.
get to see all the people who just love your dad so much.
Yeah.
You
have to-
the best.
You have to get in. You have to make reservations to speak with Joe.
She's got the inside. She's a dog.
Yeah.
I think Eric's got a crush on you, Joe.
He's just a good guy. He's my brother, man.
Rachel, I had to do some rearranging because I spent a lot of money for an Eternia playset, so I had to put it out. But I am moving my recording stuff upstairs, so the flag will be coming back out. It's been up for a couple months now, and I really miss it.
I thought you was going to have me come and get it.
No,
Oh.
not gonna happen. We're friends, but maybe I'll put it in a will.
Okay.
Actually, I've said it a bunch of times, and it is a little creepy, but if something unforeseen happens to me, which I did almost die like 2 years ago, my buddy Matt, who started Podcast from the Pit with me, who unfortunately couldn't be here today,
Yeah.
I don't know if he exists. You said I met him, and I don't remember.
You did meet him. You did.
You always talk about him. I don't know.
I think you might have been like 8 to 10 beers deep at the time, but you did need them.
Listen, the pool parties that Battery Bob and I had outside by ourselves were excellent, and people just kept showing up.
But Matt will sell all my collection except for Airborne. He'll go with me and give the money to my wife so she doesn't get ripped off. I know that's morbid, but sometimes when you start amassing collections, you got to plan ahead.
Yeah.
Justice Curry did a video about that, how a guy set it up, had terminal cancer, set it up with Justice Curry when he passed away, that he'd come out and take care of his wife and, you know, the collection and make sure she doesn't get ripped off. And something to think about, really.
Yeah.
I mean, it really is.
My family, they would come in here and it'd be a nightmare for them. They wouldn't know that there's a file card that belongs with this guy or a box that goes with that vehicle and the blueprint. And
and I hate to end the show on a down note, as in like wheeling the toys out, but
I'm late for my
Metamucil
Ronnie anyway. So.
Yeah, and you got hopefully a Sergeant Slaughter to pick up.
I think they're outside. I think it doesn't say delivered, but I swear I heard somebody out there.
Sweet.
Run out and check.
Make sure you let me know, because I want to know
it's
for
like
sure.
2 miles to go downstairs, dude.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well,
no, so it still says out for delivery.
I just want to thank everybody who watched today. And throwing in your comments. Rachel, I love seeing these lists.
Yep.
I really feel like there was 5 of us on here today. So if you ever want to come on, let us know.
Yeah.
Rachel, are you on Instagram or Facebook or?
I believe she has an Instagram. I've seen her on streams.
I've seen her on a lot of streams.
In lots of chats.
I don't know. It was
very active.
Yeah.
Was it with Mega J, maybe?
Oh, thank you, Jokers.
Thank you.
Thank you, Campbell. Had a lot of fun today.
This has been a blast.
All right. So I think we have a special guest next week. I don't know if everything's locked in yet.
Yes, it is.
It is locked in 9 o'clock?
Yep.
All right. So we will be back. And the week after that, hopefully, we'll be hitting our 83 list. We don't want to go too far away from what we're doing, but we had an opportunity to interview somebody next week. And it's not going to be a live stream. I'm sorry. We're going to pre-record it and drop it on Saturday.
Okay. Yep.
So I'm not going to say who it is yet, but it's going to be fun.
Yeah.
Casey and Eric, thanks for having me on again. This is always
thanks for coming on.
Ronnie, it's awesome to finally meet you, dude. And remember, Joe Fest.
Yeah.
And bring an empty suitcase. You'll need it. You'll be filling it up with Joe's.
Remember Hans
reasonably priced Joe's.
Hans Chow, he had so much stuff he had to like throw stuff out, I think, to get his stuff back.
Yeah.
Clothes.
Just think all the money you'll save when you don't have to pay for all that shipping.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah.
All right.
We'll see.
Everybody, check out Ronnie Trickshot's YouTube. If you do not follow, subscribe to him.
Yeah, I've got 95 subs.
95. Let's get him to 100 today.
Yep.
He is honestly one of the nicest people we've met. And I know I say that about Joe because it's both true.
Yep.
That's why they're back on here again, because we have so much fun with them.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
This has been a blast.
His content is the Lord scale, 118 G.I. Joe. And hopefully after he comes to Joe Fest, he'll get some Delta 17, take those home and realize they slot right in with our beloved 118 O-rings.
The Okami figures actually will fit the hand attachments for the bats.
Yes.
Okami. You need him.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
That was a Joe Fest exclusive.
Yeah.
Oh gosh.
I'm not bragging. But I was the very first person to buy one of them in North America.
Yeah. How good's that?
Good morning, Gaz.
Morning, Gaz.
Thanks for jumping in, saying hi.
Hello, guys. With Calvin and Hops.
Gaz's favorite figure of all time is the Hydra Viper.
Yep. Yep.
Everybody knows one thing about Gaz. He loves Megaforce.
Yeah.
But, well, I think I've run out of stuff to say.
Same.
And, like I said, I just want to thank you guys and everybody who watched. Please be safe. Have a great week.
I'm going to get into the beers.
I'm going to go and get into bed.
There you go.
I want to go to the racetrack.
Nice.
Right.
Is that why you're on the road today, Eric?
Yep. We went to a track last night, and we were within like 20, 30 minutes of a hotel. And then the track we're possibly going to tonight is just not far from here. So it's all just kind of close together. So we, instead of going home and then driving another hour and a half back to the other track, we just stayed in a hotel and
dirty somebody else's sheets. That's what I always say.
Yeah, boy. Oh, man. I got in the shower last night and the water was just running red from the red clay dust coming off of me. It was a blast. Still feel like I got sand in my eyes, but still.
Okay. Take care, everybody. We'll see you next week.
Y'all take care.